Norman.
E te mangai o te whare tenakwe. Mr Speaker, over the weekend, government minister after government minister was rolled out at the National Party conference to attack the Greens. National either has nothing to say about their own economic achievement, or they must be pretty scared of the support the Greens are getting to have spent so much time at their conference attacking us, or maybe both are true. Because while National likes to talk up their economic management, they have actually bungled their way through the past 4 years. Under its watch, debt has skyrocketed and many New Zealanders have lost their jobs. National came into office with zero net government debt and is now $40 billion, that's right, billion dollars in the hole. That's the biggest borrowing binge in New Zealand's history. Now, we hear a lot of excuses from National about the difficult financial times, but what exactly has been National's brilliant economic response? They've decided to borrow $2 billion to give tax cuts to the rich. They're borrowing another $1.5 billion to subsidise polluters, and they're splurging $12 billion on economically irrational motorways. National oversaw 63,000 more Kiwis lose their jobs. Unemployment is increasing under National. National believes that GDP growth is the be-all and end-all, but they continually miss their budget growth targets. Let's be clear about this. John Key has overseen the worst economic growth record in at least half a century. What National are scared of is that the Green Party offers a serious alternative. Our Smart Green Economics Plan is jobs-rich, innovative, environmentally sustainable, New Zealand-owned and long-term. The UK's biggest business lobby group, the Confederation of British Industry, has just released a report showing the billions that green growth can add to the economy. With the right policies in place, said its Director-General, John Cridland, green business will be a major pillar of our future growth. National certainly isn't going for growth. Its dirty, grey plan is jobs poor, derivative, environmentally destructive, foreign-owned and short-term. John Key and Stephen Joyce, who have ineptly stood by as 63,000 Kiwis have become unemployed, they like to lecture us about the need for job-creating policies, but the truth, the facts, are that their policies have led to more unemployment, whereas our policies create more jobs than theirs. Investing in public transport is jobs-rich. For every dollar invested in public transport, it creates twice as many jobs as every dollar spent on motorways. National is wasting $12 billion on uneconomic motorways that increase our dependency on imported oil and create very few jobs. The Greens will invest in sustainable, smart transport system that gets us off our oil addiction and adds twice as many jobs as investing in motorways. Sustainable clean energy creates 3 times as many jobs, dollar for dollar, than investing in fossil fuels, this government's obsession. Not only is investing in sustainable energy the right thing to do for the climate and our future, it creates more jobs now. 20,000 manufacturing jobs have disappeared under National as the Reserve Bank's myopic focus on inflation dooms us to a current account deficit. The Greens will grow the manufacturing sector by reforming monetary policy so that our manufacturers have a level playing field at home and overseas. Bereft of ideas, National is selling assets to try to patch up its botched economic management. Its plan B is to deface our national parks and drill our oceans for fossil fuels. Mining employs just 5,500 people. That's it. You would have to increase the amount of mining 5-fold just to replace the jobs that have been lost in manufacturing while this National Party's been in government. Tourism and agriculture employ 92,000 and 97,000 people respectively. These industries depend on our Clean Green brand and bring in nearly $40 billion in export revenue. The smart thing to do is to invest in these job-rich industries rather than damage our brand to create a brief fossil fuel bonanza for foreign-owned companies. That's why the Greens back clean, sustainable farming, why we back high-value, environmentally friendly tourism. The truth is that National's woeful record on jobs and job destruction is no accident. It's happy with high unemployment because it helps drive wages down. The Greens won't put up with it.
I intend raising a point of order myself. Before I call the next member, I've allowed one government member to read